Wherever you may be, we are live from Barbados Football Association Technical Centre in Bridgetown, Barbados. Concacaf 2026 World Cup qualifiers today. Two nations with everything to play, with Aruba squaring off with Barbados. I'm David Gascon. Thanks for joining us today. Temperatures right now at 84 degrees. Pretty good wind at 20 miles per hour and the humidity at 20%. All in all, it's going to be a perfect day for ball. Glad you can hang out with us. We're looking at Group C competition today and how things are broken out from top to bottom. Curacao and Haiti are the table setters right now. They control their own destiny, but everybody else is on the outside looking in. For Aruba and Barbados, trying to capture points, trying to do it here today. 3 points, not one, will be critical for both ends of the pitch. For Aruba, a squad brimming with young talent and international experience. They're taking on a determined Barbados side hungry for their first points of this campaign. Both these teams know that anything less than a win could spell the end of their journey on the biggest stage of world football. Group's top spots are claimed by Curacao and Haiti. Well, tonight it's all about pride, progress, and a relentless pursuit of victory. Stage is set, and the fans are certainly ready. Getting things ready to kick off here in the Concacaf 2026 World Cup qualifier.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Aruba. This will be followed by the national anthem of Barbados. Starting lineups for the
and we're back live. Aruba and Barbados, fourth and fifth place respectively in the Concacaf World Cup qualifying second round of Group number C. Aruba with a single point. Barbados trying to get off the mat in the worst kind of way. This match is crucial for both sides. They look to climb the group table and keep their World Cup dreams alive. Pitch conditions are perfect. Weather is fantastic at 84 degrees. A couple of scattered clouds, not a real thought of rain. All in all, it should provide a splendid day for football. And now we'll see who can prevail here today. Aruba will be in their aqua kits today, and they'll be attacking things from the right side of the pitch. Barbados on the other end of the column in their yellow and blue. They'll be attacking from left to right. When we look through both of these sides and how things are unfolding, for Aruba, really a defensive-minded club that will try to use their historical advantage over Barbados to climb up the ladder again here today. A lot of young players, several of them under the age of 20, getting their first team exposure here. It's quite a setting to be a part of in this kind of an environment. For Barbados, a squad that also has 9 of their 23 players called up, making their senior national team debut. Barbados looks to add some depth and also build for the future. As we look at the officiating crew today, Andrew Samuel is our lead official today. And when you look at the body of work for Barbados, on the back end, they'll have a different kind of deployment here today with 5 in the back in one way or another. But they'll be moving things around for head coach Kent Hall. Reason being is just because they want to get some points, but they also want to clamp down defensively, not give up anything cheap. They're going to have their hands full today against an Aruba side that can really put some pressure on the opposition. For Barbados, they're going to have 4 in the middle of the park, so a 5-4-1 formation with head coach Kent Hall. Griffith, as you see, at the top of the leaderboard, but Harewood will be up front. He'll be doing a lot of the heavy lifting today for Barbados. Try to get on the front foot as quickly as possible and put some pressure on Aruba. Aruba getting themselves together with their keeper. Matthew Lentig is the focal point of the defensive prowess that they have. It's a 4-3-3. Lentig so far has been fantastic. The 31-year-old is a clear choice to have in between the pipes. His 2 recent appearances, 10 saves, 4 goals conceded, but a lot of pressure put on him because of the back end, and they'll need a strong performance from the guys up front in front of him if he's going to get the job done here today. Overall, the body of work with Barbados coming off a pair of friendlies against Dominica served as a pretty good preparation for this crucial qualifier. And head coach Ken Hall trying to emphasize the development and giving young players a chance not only to shine but get valuable experience in these kind of settings. Both teams at the bottom of Group C just trying to capture some points. This is a must-win for both sides. Barbados has had the historical upper hand against Aruba. And now we'll see if there's any kind of difference in how these teams align here today when we reach full time. It's supposed to be starting at the top of the hour, so we're a couple minutes early. Nothing wrong with that. Having 5 in the bag for Barbados will be a different kind of look for Aruba to unlock. Aruba, over the last handful of results, 6 matches, including the 2024-2025 Concacaf Nations League, they've been at the bottom of the pack. Haven't had much success. In fact, when you look at their last 6 matches, they haven't had any victories. Closest defeat was a 5-3 loss to Haiti and a 3-1 loss to Haiti. But outside of that, they've been unable to get on the scoreboard. Puerto Rico beat them by a 5-1 outcome. And they also did it on another occasion on October the 9th, 1-0 decision. For Barbados, their last 4 matches in Nations League, they took apart U.S. Virgin Islands 5-0. They beat Bahamas 6-2, but losing to Guyana twice by a 9-4 decision is probably the biggest hindrance on where they have been as this match begins. Barbados And the yellow and blue kits will be going from right to left on your screen. Aruba, as soon as we get this thing started again, we'll be going from left to right. Glad you can join us here from Bridgetown. It is the capital port of Barbados. Both of these teams trying to get on the board as fast as humanly possible and just put pressure on the opposing side. Still their will, get themselves on the front foot and create a little bit of havoc and have the opposing team play from behind. Barbados has won 2 of its last 4 group stage matches. Previous World Cup qualifiers head-to-head. Aruba on the attack, coming out, a good stop immediately on that punch. Malcolm, who came out to challenge, was big there. Medaketa, who broke free out wide to the left, catching the entire back line of Barbados by surprise. Malcolm with a good stop, bailing out his defense, and still scoreless. Only into the 2nd minute. This one touched. Lintic feeling a little bit of heat. Getting dropped was Bennett, but a quick foul. And that lit the guilty party. Barbados in the last 2 matches against Aruba, a 2-0 and a 1-0 outcome. So they have the head-to-head advantage, especially just in the recent category. All time, Barbados has 5 victories and only 1 loss against Aruba. Oddly enough, during the 6 matches, there hasn't been a draw yet. Held in for a moment. Morris unable to keep it along the boundary. Applewhite, the captain today. Paul with the throw-in. Paul gets it back from Ruiz, pressing forward. It's a fine move by Ruiz to split a couple defenders, and a bad ball here. Not sure if Williams had an idea of who was around him or where he could have gone with it, but elected not to play it back to Malcolm. That'll be a quick throw-in to the attacking third for Aruba. Not an overly aggressive foul, but again, Williams the guilty side. Rutherson, who went down. No arm, no foul. Aruba looking to capture their 2nd World Cup qualifying victory. The last one was back in 2011. It's free kick towards the back post, a little bit of shoving. Pretty decent entry, but this one gobbled up by Malcolm. Pretty decent chances so far for Aruba. 2 of them so far. Medaketa early. Malcolm came out to challenge, and a good stop by him. Nothing conversely for Barbados, but a good pressure held on again. Medaketa gave that ball up. Rutherson wasn't anticipating that ball, and so a giveaway goes back to Barbados. World Cup qualifier does not conclude today for either side. We'll have one more match. Could have been trouble. Harewood was bearing down for it, but could not maintain possession. Applewhite either. Toggled around. Barbados with it. Reed Stephen on the approach. Lazy pass though behind Hinkson, and Aruba able to at least put it near midfield. Again on the run, Leacock stopping, moving, a whistle, and our lead official points to the spot. Andrew Samuel had a bead on it, so he makes the routing immediately, pointing towards the spot, and Aruba is on edge. Clearly out with his foot. DiMaggio, who stuck it out. You always know when a man puts his arms up immediately, his hands caught in the cookie jar, and it works to their disadvantage. Reed Stephen and Leacock were both in a dangerous spot at the top of the box to pull the trigger against Lentic. Lentic, who's not seen any kind of action so far, will now be greeted to this contest. Leacock will take this penalty. Match just got underway in the 7th minute. Leacock on the approach, he scores! A kiss for the camera, and Barbados gets an early advantage via the penalty. They lead 1-0. Lentic guessed right, but just too much power from Leacock to put that in, bottom corner, and he made no mistake. Barbados on the board, getting the early advantage, and they convert off of the infraction in the 18. So a healthy start for Barbados. They take advantage, and it's 1-0. No real action for Barbados outside of that sequence, and Aruba quickly behind. Good. Well, Lentic, who's had quite the resume, as this shot easily managed by Malcolm, a small rebound he's able to gobble up. An unfortunate circumstance for a keeper, but not much he can do about it. Leacock, the goal scorer in the 7th minute. Lentic back on it. Lentic, 6 Nation League appearances, over 500 minutes. Surrendered 17 goals. Quick brush off and more physicality. Grutheson, who's been active early on. Williams goes tumbling down in mid-stride too. Barbados doesn't have a healthy amount of veteran leadership. For Leacock, he scores his 3rd goal. He has 1 assist to his resume. The 4 does the damage, and it's 1-0 Barbados in the 7th minute. Leacock has some pretty good separation again. Movement came, defense converged. Bennett was there, and also DiMaggio. They work quickly back on the restart. Applewhite. Airwood tries to make a move, and this will result in a corner for Barbados. Airwood will take this corner in the 10th minute. 4 inside the 18. Harewood would work short though. Applewhite. Applewhite with the left foot. Bends this ball and try to sneak it in the short side against Lentic, and back comes Aruba on the counter. Lentic was off of his right bar and almost got cheated on that attempt. Barbados continued to work. Easy touch passing, Harewood. He'll pass Applewhite. Applewhite tries the crossing attempt. No connection being made. Reed Stephen was the trailer on it towards the back post. And unfortunate for him, that ball just had a little bit too much run on it. Trying to navigate Bennett. Good play by Bennett just to hold on possession. Grutheson, who was in the middle of the park, couldn't receive service. Neblet. Pace has definitely picked up from the first couple of minutes of this affair. Two-arm tackle by Paul. Andrew Samuel having a couple of choice words for Paul as well. Could be close to a booking. Not sure, frankly, why it was not. It's apparent he wasn't making a play on the ball either. He just dragged down Harewood. Physicality has certainly picked up. Paul's been mixing it up on 2 occasions now. He's been given a warning once. You got to imagine the next hard challenge results in a booking. Applewhite. Williams punctures it to the top. Morrison to the attacking third, but that ball runs out. Crosses the boundary and possession goes back to Aruba. Take a quick peek at Morris. But Aruba in the attacking third, trying to find an equalizer after they conceded in the 7th minute. Grutheson had some space. Bennett near the top of the box. DiMaggio, nice spin. And Leonard lost possession, held though by Aruba. And Ruiz and Aruba will just recycle this back. One nothing. Hancock in the 7th minute. Grutheson was streaking down the middle of the pitch. That ball just played away at the last minute. Otherwise, we would have been level at 1. Good ambition by Aruba. They've been playing direct, though, compared to Barbados, who's been out wide for the majority of this first half. Andrew Samuel, our lead official, calling a couple of the combatants back to him. Grutheson is one of them, and Williams for Barbados is the other. Malcolm in between the sticks. The keeper has been active so far, and we'll see how he manages this corner. Bended in and away, vote around, and there's the equalizer. Lightens the retaliation in the 15th minute. Aruba draws them said Delph even at 1 apiece. It's a dangerous moment on this corner. A lofty ball by Ostiana. Krutherson able to climb the ladder, volleyed to a teammate in Ruiz. And Lydens, all he had to do was clean it up and put it in the net. 1-1. The movement inside the 6 was fantastic, but the elevation on the corner from Ostiana was fantastic. This game is now deadlocked at 1. So good fireworks so far in this contest. Each of these teams has something to play for.
Ladies and gentlemen, goal scored for Aruba by number 3 by Derek Ludens in the 16th minute.
Ken Hall's squad in Barbados now trying to recapture the lead. 9 players making their senior level team, and we got a foul here. This will be a nice free kick from a viable spot for Aruba as Nebelet was dropped. Paul again on the physicality. It's twice now in this opening act that Paul has delivered some harsh contact and not even playing the ball. Miniwal Lintic looking on. Ostiana and Bennett trying to provide a little bit of resistance. Mikak, who scored the goal on the penalty, is there. Reed Steven tries to bend this ball in, but it goes immediately on target. And Tick will settle things down. Good idea by Reed Steven. Unfortunate part for him is the bending action just hooked a little bit too much, and Lintic had a beat on it. Malcolm comes out immediately the challenge. Lydens' goal, the equalizer in the 15th minute. Cock in the 7th to open up the act. Action on both ends. Barbados with the early advantage. Aruba finding it. Barbados has been pretty decent at home recently. Another harsh foul. This should be a booking, and it will be. Paul has just been too knee deep in physicality. At this time, the yellow's coming out, and he's going to be playing with caution the rest of the day. Paul in that sequence, just no focus, no control. And frankly, Andrew Samuel has given him the benefit of the doubt on several occasions. And this time, he has to show him yellow. So Paul is going to be playing with a little sense of caution the rest of this day. Now the element is, how long will he be on the pitch?
Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow card has been shown to number 2, Nicholson Paul of Aruba, in the 19th minute.
We've had just about everything now so far in this match. We've had a penalty. We've had a yellow card. We've had a couple goals. A nice setup too in the set piece that led to Aruba's goal. The physicality has been good, and a good pace to this first half. We're in the 20th minute. Both of these teams are trying to get on the board early to put pressure on the opposing end. But we have goals in the 7th and 15th minute. So the fireworks have been there. And the aggression has certainly been consistent. DiMaggio not happy with this. Just to miss it. In fact, nearly friendly fires. Paul was a couple feet away from him. That ball would have hit him in the face. Barbados trying to win 6 of 7 against Aruba. Applewhite again. Well, Barbados has had a strong defensive output. Their offense has been a bit of a weakness getting on the board. Harewood in the corner. Harewood whipping this ball into the box. A sea of blue, though, for Aruba. Taking this away, and a miss it. And a giveaway goes right back to the opposing side. Head coach Margaret Bermudez trying to recover for Aruba. Aruba has lost 7 of its last 8 competitive matches. Did play themselves into a 2-2 draw with St. Lucia in this current World Cup qualifying cycle. That's the good, but the level of consistency on the winning side has not been there. Aruba did have a recent victory in a friendly, a 2-1 outcome over Cambodia a couple months ago, back in the month of March. Aruba trying to do something they have not done in 2 years. That's win back-to-back matches on the road. And they're looking for their second ever victory against Barbados in 6 meetings. In fact, you'd have to go all the way back to 2015 to find their last victory against Barbados. The crossing, Reed Stevenson, Lintic on the denial, says no. Great stop by the keeper, and we play on. It's still 1-1. Good space from Reed Steven, and a nice chip into the box off the left foot. And Applewhite trying to deliver. Accuracy wasn't a focal point. It's just getting it on target. Lintic was big. Laycock again. Harewood. Barbados holds possession. Laycock jostling for possession, still holds ground. Aruba quickly coming with multiple players his way. Taken away though. Outside near the top of the box, Neblett shuffles it over to the right-hand side. Good possession, Reed Steven. Sharp angle. Barbados playing patient. Leacock, plenty of real estate, lets it rip. Lintic with a nice stop again. Keeper sees, keeper stops. Leacock, pretty good power on it. Needs to pick a corner. He'll get another chance at it. Leacock scored the penalty in the 7th minute. Nearly had the brace seconds ago. Reed Steven could not hold possession. Nice takeaway. Ned and company would try to counter this. Barbados doing a fine job, though, keeping the pressure on the front foot. Fans looking for a foul. Aruba on the counter. Against the run of play. Arqueta on the cross. Everybody in gold, though, for Barbados to collect. 26th minute. End of the first half, we'll have stats, we'll have highlights. Take a look back at what was for this first 45. Second half, we'll see if there's any adjustments being made, substitutions, shape change. Ruiz. Both of these clubs trying to build for the future. Plenty of youth on each side. Back to the physicality as Laycock was mixing it up with DiMaggio on the far sideline. And Tick tries to push this into the attacking third. Ball bodied off of it. Entire bench for Aruba's asking for any kind of call to go against Applewhite and company. No such luck. Pace of play has been good. And the physicality has not tapered at all. Pretty decent body shot, and you just see wearing it right now was Hinkson. Straight to the abdomen. Looks to be okay with the trainer coming out. Onto the sideline, Aruba and head coach Marvick Bermudez trying to make some adjustments, provide some guidance. They've been busy doing more of the defending than the attacking. And for Kent Hall's side, they've been comfortable. They've been playing more on the front foot. And despite the fact that they scored the opening goal, and they're still looking for more consistency offensively. Ruiz, Paul, press forward, out wide. Arqueta, high looping ball. Gruthson onto the head, and that header goes sailing wide. Damaki and DiMaggio, I beg your pardon, just muscling that ball high and wide. Aruba doing something that Barbados was doing to open up this contest, was playing out wide, not necessarily direct. 30th minute. Goal scored in the 7th and 15th minute, respectively. Streaking down the left end, Airwood trying to grab the corner. Paul's indicating that it went off of Airwood. And that is exactly the case. Harewood had a step. Traveling in that pace and ability to slow it down, and goes right back to Aruba. Ruiz, bad ball. Not a good heads-up play by him. Leacock here. Over into the right-hand side, little bit of space. Neblet tries to make a move. Fine recovery, though. Closing the gap. Bradley Marti. Malcolm out of his box. Back to Morris. Possession favoring Barbados right now. One yellow card shown so far, a penalty converted. Barbados with the advantage in possession over Aruba, 56% to 44. Aruba with the advantage in shots, 5-4. Both these teams have done a good job of putting shots on target. 4 shots for Barbados have all been on target. 5 of the 3 for Aruba have made their way on net. Still a 1-1 score. Quick snicker from Bennett. Not a whole lot there. A common foul. Morris. 2 goals scored in the 7th and 15th minute. Barbados with the early lead. Aruba with the retaliation. Group C has Curacao and Haiti at the top. Each club was 6 points. A perfect 2-0 record. Looping away. Applewhite waits to settle it. Applewhite wants to get it back. He goes the opposite way as Leacock was thinking about one way. Applewhite the other. Leacock, Applewhite could not hold it. DiMaggio back to midfield. St. Lucia has 1 point along with Aruba. Barbados the only team so far without a point. Harewood not happy with it. Harewood's been happy in this first half of moving all the way around the pitch. He's not stayed on one end this entire opening act. And for Barbados, they've been playing more aggressive in the attacking third than Aruba has, which has allowed players like a Harewood to get into a rhythm. Good movement all the way up front to the attacking third for Barbados. And again, Paul will have to collect. Reed Stephen. He's been moving from one end of the pitch to the other, right side back to the left. He actually helped set up the penalty that Leacock was able to convert on. Morse. Reed Stephen. Quick touch. Williams. Leacock. Now he overstretched to hold possession. Bodied off by DiMaggio. No call though. Leacock did a good job. Ruiz doing a fine job defending and closing the gap. Only one yellow card so far, but this match in the first half has been played at a high physical rate. Won't be shocked to see at least 3 or 4 more cards delivered. And Paul, another foul. Paul, who's playing on yellow right now, must be careful. Easily stepping on the foot of Reed Stephen. Reed Stephen has a couple different ways to play this ball as well. Can go into the 18 if he'd like. Lintic looking on his line just to see what the wall looks like. Sun is an impact as well. Reed Stephen, middle of the box, played away. A couple players in yellow and blue could not make the connection. Applewhite. Should be a yellow card. Won't be surprised to see it, and that's exactly what's the case. He'll guess the guilty party here in the 37th minute. It was an easy transition moment for Aruba as Bennett had his eyes set on the attack. And the jailing the guilty party. And at least it allows Barbados to get back in transition to reset. Bennett, who looked like he did misstep with his right foot, now being attended to. It's the first extended time in this opening half due to an injury.
Barbados is shown in the 37th minute with number 14, Jalen Jones.
A rehash of where we've been so far. Shots are pretty much dead even. 9 total in this first half. 5 for Aruba, 4 for Barbados. Bennett needing that attention. Neblett towards his boundary, getting some instruction. Ned, who was seeking some medical attention on the far side of the pitch, is going to go off needing a little bit of help. And Aruba and company going back onto the pitch. Match had a little bit of a drag. And it does commence. Aruba moving from left to right, Barbados from right to left. 40th minute. And Dick has to move quickly with that ball. Nothing fruitful. Ruiz did not agree with the ruling there. Reed Stephen has been trampled on over the last 5 minutes, and this is twice now he's had to pick himself off the deck. Could be the judge here. Ruiz clawing onto his backside. Not happy with the ruling. Ooh, Lentic nearly falling outside the box. So for the first 25 to 30 minutes, this match had a high amount of physicality, good pace to it, and the energy was fantastic. But over the last 10 minutes or so, things have slowed down to a trot. Players getting a bit nicked up. Ostiana needing some attention right now. And a comfortable setting for ball has turned a bit harsh when it comes to challenges, and now we've had a few players down nursing some injuries. Ostiana, who helped out on the only goal of this contest for Aruba, and a perfectly placed ball on a corner kick. The left side of the pitch that went to the back post. It was volleyed around and Leidens put it home. And even the match in the 15th minute. And since then we've been deadlocked. And with the amount of stoppages that we had in this first half, you should have at least close to 4 minutes of added time. Possibly 5. Quite a few clubs across the World Cup qualifying groups have had no problems capturing doubles. 2 victories in 2 matches. Good for 6 points. Costa Rica in Group B, Honduras in Group A. Each of those sides have only played in the 2 matches. They have 6 points. Curacao in this group, Group C. Paul gave it up to left-hand side. An easy strike, but that ball's going to go wide by 5 feet from Ostiana. Nicaragua and Panama each have 2 victories. Good for 6 points apiece. Guatemala, Jamaica in Group E. Suriname with 6 of their own. Reed Stephen. No numbers. Tries to split 2 defenders. Paul was not going to be beaten there. Rutherson getting bodied. Good play by Morris. Giving up on size and speed. Able to hold his ground. Fine agility. Reed Stephen. Some hustle. The chip towards the back post. Moving around. And the defense for Aruba able to neutralize any threat. Neblet held by Gilks. Way too much speed as Reed Stephen couldn't settle that down. No chance. And a substitution here for Aruba. Ercilia comes into the affair. Ned's day's over with. We didn't actually see the moment that Ned went down, but he needed help just to get to the boundary. It's unfortunate for him, his day is over with. Ercilia, the midfielder, replacing the forward. So that's 1 change for Aruba. Nothing for Barbados. Lintic. Lintic will need to do a lot more to give his defense some support. Finally makes the wise decision. Put this ball at least somewhere near midfield. Fourth official going to indicate only 3 minutes of stoppage time. It's a bit peculiar.
Substitution for Aruba. Leaving the field of play will be number 5, Kimani Ned, and he will be replaced by number 12, Edhon Hosela, in the 44th minute.
Corner kick for Barbados. Cock and Reed Stephen both there. And they'll work short. Reed Stephen, spiraling ball. The header would not have counted.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 3 minutes additional time in the first half.
Both these teams came out and did exactly what they wanted to do. But things have just fallen off from a performance perspective. Ned's day's over with. Brasilia replaces him because of an injury. No harm, no foul. Picking himself up. Brathwaite on the guilty side of that infraction. Looks to be the final sequence of this opening half. Aruba fortunate enough to be level at 1-1 with Barbados. They have not been the better team. Morris out wide, Applewhite. Applewhite. Out wide. Switching sides of the pitch. Certainly will be the final act for either side. Hinkson trying to get away from some trouble. This is going to be a corner kick, though, for Barbados. Good pressure from Barbados the entire first half. Let's see if they can accentuate the point here. No sun in the eyes of Lintic on this side of the pitch. Reed Stephen will take it. Reed Stephen, low line drive delivery, and he'll get a mulligan. Bennett, good job of getting in front of it. Reed Stephen tries his luck again. Poor delivery on 2 occasions, and our lead official Andrew Samuel will blow the whistle and indicate this first 45 has officially come to an end. So we had some fireworks on each side of the pitch. Lee Cock on the penalty in the 7th minute. His goal gave Barbados a 1-0 advantage. Lydon's in the 15th minute. Off the corner kick was the equalizer. 45 minutes in the books from Bridgetown, Barbados. Aruba and Barbados deadlocked at 1 apiece. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, halftime score, Aruba 1, Barbados 1.
Nobody good, you wanna let me for a piece. You wanna hold me down and lock me up for days. I want you.
Some of them never know me. Some of them don't know me. Some of them keep on me. Every time they keep dancing. Some of them don't run for me. Some of them moving down for me. Everybody know.
Oh, so city, I love when you make them.
Second half is about to begin. Barbados and Aruba deadlocked at 1 apiece. Goal in the 7th minute by Barbados and an equalizer found by Aruba in the 15th minute. Both these teams trying to capture some points in Group C. And Aruba with possession will begin the second half, moving from right to left.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the way, and we have
Barbados
a substitution for Barbados.
has yet to capture a point so far
Number 14,
in a couple qualifying matches, 0 for 2. Aruba does have 1 point in the 2 matches that they have played, while Barbados has had the advantage all time against Aruba. That means nothing today. Barbados has won 5 of 6 matches all time against Aruba. One other match they lost. You have to go all the way back to 2015. A couple of recent matches, though, has seen Barbados prevail. A 2-0 and a 1-0 outcome. Doesn't mean a whole lot here today. Ruthison was busy in the first half. Helped provide a bit of aid after Ostiana's corner kick was landed on his lap. Lydens was able to put it home and scoring his first goal in the 15th minute. Couple yellow cards in the first half. Some pretty harsh contact, and Malcolm immediately come out to challenge. Gobbled up. Guerra had some moments of brilliance in the first half. Nothing to show for it. He goes down with a little bit of contact with Williams on his back, but nothing egregious. Lead official has pointed to the spot once already. Not a second time there. Guerra back behind the play. It's blown dead. Ostiana with his arms up, not happy with the ruling, and a bit of a slew foot there. Saw it out of our picture, but it came back. Mixing it up again, and pretty decent collision is Keto is in his breadbasket. Well, things are even more heated now. This kind of trickles over from the first half. Andrew Samuel trying to settle things down. Everyone's just laughing about it. On the takeaway, Leacock is running up into the play. Reed Stephen doing a pretty good job of holding his ground. The Ruiz is not happy with it. One guy tugging on a jersey, the other one doing the exact same thing, and Ruiz on the guilty side. On this free kick towards the back post, set the other way. Engson. Aruba doing a good job of recovering. Ursulia just getting this ball out of harm's way. And Cock again sets up another free kick. Barbados and Aruba have certainly exchanged punches. I don't mean that literally, but pretty darn close. Lentic, who conceded early in the first half off a penalty, has been sharp since. Played in, volleyed around. Morris. Leacock forced around. Oh, a dangerous attempt inside the 6. Just a little bit too high for Hoyt. Volleyed around, and Barbados still trying to settle it. Neblet. Reed Stephen, top of the box. Nice move, did not hold possession on it. Harewood. And this will result in a corner. Line drive delivery fended off. Hinkson. And a quick look at Lydens, scored the equalizing goal. This match ends in a draw once we've reached full time. Each team will get a point, but nothing else to show for it. Dangerous spot, the sharp angle, unable to pull the trigger was Harewood, and eventually did, but nothing fruitful. Handful of players inside the 18 for Barbados. Leacock being forced away. Good job, Ostiana and company. Strong pivot defensively. Now they try to counter. Guetta could not hold his ground. Nice move, Reed Stephen. Reed Stephen trying to make the move, can't complete the act. A wide open net, and they can't find it. Leacock was there for a minute, has it now. Leacock to the right-hand side. Hinkson. Aruba mad scrambling to play in front and to protect their keeper. Fine defense by Aruba just to close up those windows, and Leacock and Reese Stephen just could not manufacture any kind of attack. 56th minute. Appleweight put into a tough spot. Maggio off the back end. Aruba being careless with the ball right now. And Lentic, at least temporarily, gets this thing into harm's way. Barbados, for large portions of this match, has been playing on the front foot. Probably should deserve a better fate than what they have right now, level at 1-1. Much like the first half, at least the back end of it, things slowly started coming to a close. And they went from a frantic pace to a slow jog. Second half begins the same way. Some acceleration, and then all of a sudden the e-brake gets pulled out. Reed Stephen being attended to on the boundary. These are the same as well. Handful of matches being played later on today. This one rolling back to Malcolm. Bermuda and Cayman Islands, Grenada and Bahamas, Anguilla and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Stephen had a step. He got taken down. The sharp angle. That shot just misses the far corner. The smiles from Harewood would indicate he knew he had a mark, just could not exercise it. Did a good job of splitting two defenders. DiMaggio, who came late, might have impacted his hurry up. Aruba was awfully close. Best moment of the second half. Ruiz been pretty stingy defensively. Up front to the left-hand side, Macaria trying to get around the corner. Williams with a fine job defending. Decent challenge. The lead official doesn't pick it up. Now we have an injury. It looked like our lead official and Andrew Samuel was going to pull out a yellow card. That's exactly the case. Take a look back at this sequence for when the physicality was picked up. Brathwaite not happy with the ruling, and Ostiana was in some noticeable agony. Is now okay. Yeah, it was fast. Brathwaite wearing yellow now. The yellow card, and second one issued to Barbados in this contest. To his credit, Andrew Samuel has allowed these players to compete. Even with the physicality, only 3 yellow cards have been issued so far.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so Brathwaite with the yellow.
To number 8, Walter Bennett of Aruba in the 60th minute.
Shots now 8-6 in favor of Barbados. They have 5 that are on target to Aruba's 3. Reed Stephen was wide open down the middle of the pitch. Ruiz came at the last moment to mark him. A line drive delivery, not well thought out. Neblett towards the backhand side, giving chase with Hinkson, but the keeper and Lentic able to stabilize. Possession category is heavily tilted towards Barbados. 63% to 37. For the first half, it was right around 54-55% for the most part. But Barbados heavily now active in half number 2. Part of the reason for that is the inability for Aruba to string across passes. Their passing efficiency is at 74%. About 9 points lower than Barbados. A little friendly fire as our lead official gets in the way. Marthy's down and back to his toes, but this is the second time in this half that he's been taken to the sideline. Looks like we will have a substitution for him. Javier Jimenez was on the boundary. Not fully understand the pause in that. Play does commence. And Conk was the intended recipient. That ball was way too slow for him. Hoyt came in the second half. One change for Barbados so far. Quick chip, a little bit of backswing. Hinkson. Maycock. Moving around the pitch. Reed Stephen trying to make a move. He does. Grabs the corner of the crossing attempt. That one fought off nicely by Ruiz. Applewhite was on the doorstep. Ruiz slammed the door shut. Great deal of creativity from Reed Stephen, but Ruiz, as you see, able to get into his lane. And now the changes come. Romano checking in now. Jimenez will follow suit. So 2 changes. Jimenez replacing Ostiana. Quick on the corner, and it's an immediate welcoming to it. Romano gets tagged. Let's see if Reed Stephen delivers something much better on this corner. Not a lot of functionality inside the 18. Reed Stephen, not his best ball, but a header went off of 2 Barbados players. Foul being called there, and now players getting together. A quick shove, and Williams will be booked. Now, the chippiness has been consistent. There's no doubt about it. But the ill-advised bookings. Pretty decent delivery too, as Neblett was trying to drive it towards target. An apparent booking that Williams didn't think was right. '67th minute. So the booking to Williams. Brathwaite in the 60th minute. Paul had one in the 19th minute for Aruba, but he's been relatively silent ever since.
You went the bus already? You went the bus? They want to hear the bus.
Leacock. Reed Stephen to his left, but he is promptly marked. These have been the 2 best players for Barbados on the day. Reed Stephen, nice spin move. Bad ball, though. He had one idea for Applewhite, who jammed on the brakes. More changes. James entering, Harewood departing.
Ladies and gentlemen, yellow card shown to number 4, Mario Williams of Barbados in the 66th minute.
Public address announcers finally making it official with Williams' yellow card. 1-1's the score. Barbados scoring first in the 7th minute. Aruba, the equalizer in the 15th. And things have been relatively quiet since. But a couple scoring opportunities, more so for Barbados than Aruba. In fact, Aruba, their 3 shots on goal, they all occurred in the opening half. They have not had any kind of muscle towards target in the second half. Reed Stephen was inside the 18. That ball wrestled away from James, but this will result in a corner kick. Each of these teams will have one more qualifying match after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitution being made for Barbados, leaving the field of play.
James, no, off the heel, trying to turn around and pull the trigger was Neblet, but he couldn't do it. Small hesitation by Hoyt, blows a tire, and Hoyt called for the foul. It's been that kind of a day. Barbados will get one more crack at it with St. Lucia. They'll play on June the 10th. Reed Stephen didn't want to stay down. Bit of a smile on his face. Now, if you're Barbados, how do you take this? Reed Stephen and Leacock are both there to take this free kick. Lentic on the near side of the pitch, directing some traffic for his wall in front. Should be Leacock taking this, but he's going to step away, so it will be Reed Stephen. Pick your poison, the man of the match for Barbados in the day. Both those players have been fantastic. Reed Stephen drives this ball into the wall, knocks down a member of Aruba. Appears to be Jimenez. I'll wait for confirmation on that, but any kind of contact above the shoulders, medical team will come out. And this match, for as much enthusiasm it had in the first 15 to 20 minutes, has really fallen away from that kind of style. Teams are about as even as they can be, and yeah, Jimenez getting some medical attention right now. Checking the vision and checking his senses. Dominica took apart British Virgin Islands today, 3-0. Captured their first win of this World Cup qualifier. Barbados and Aruba trying to do the same here today. If there was a team that deserved 3 points, it would be Barbados. We don't go by who's deserving. Barbados has been the more aggressive team until now. Romano can't hold possession. He gets driven out of bounds. Who's been good in this contest, along with Reed Stephen. They're up front, and now James, who's entered the fray, providing a little bit of energy. Leacock has the only goal for Barbados in the 7th minute. Rutheson could not get to it. Hoyt, the chip to the back post. Lentic gets low bridge there, but no harm, no foul, as Hinkson Had no animosity towards that challenge. Sun nearly set. Lights on and a little threat of rain today. Has not been the case here in Bridgetown. Steven swings this ball over into the left-hand side, trying to penetrate is James. He's cut off for a moment, chipped it away, but he's ruled as the guilty party on that foul. Paul did a good job of holding the angle, and then he got stepped on. Well, he dished out a lot of contact in the first half, and now he's on the receiving end of it now. Paul's did a fine job of maintaining his composure too. Play as loose as one could be, tightrope walking it before and after the yellow card that was delivered to him. Wait. Quick tab. Aycock on the left-hand side of Reed Steven, a little unselfish on the ball. Ball was flung around inside the 18, but a missed opportunity from Barbados. Leacock, open space, looking for an extra lane to fire it. He cannot. Paulie Vicks. Too much unselfish football from Barbados.
Of 593 persons. We want to thank you for attending this FIFA 2026 World Cup qualifier.
Reed Steven had one open lane. Leacock here. It dropped it off nicely to Hoyt. Too much activity inside the 18. Eventually the defensive Aruba was going to resurface, and they did. Brathwaite picked up a yellow in the second half. The defense of Barbados has not been tested at all today. Conceded one goal off a set piece, but outside of that, there hasn't been any major threat by Aruba to put another goal on the board. Why this isn't a booking though, and it will be. The acknowledgement is DiMaggio holding up Reed Steven. I mean, he was dragged for a good 5 to 10 feet. And Reed Steven, all smiles there. He knew it. Shots are now 12-6 in favor of Barbados. Possession at 65% for Barbados as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, yellow card has been shown.
Well, it doesn't feel like a goal for Barbados is imminent. It does feel like that they have been the better team, and they should deserve a higher result than this mere point. 78th minute. Reed Steven with the drive on goal. Lentic, small hopper, no rebound. Get the idea from Reed Steven, but that shot with the good pace that it had did not hop in front of the keeper, so no rebound was available. Rutherson not happy, and eventually a makeup call. Didn't see a whole lot there from Neblet, but the guilty side. And a free kick here for Aruba. Linens, who has the equalizer. Leacock able to weave his way through some traffic, and a nice ball from Reed Stephen, and here he is on the right-hand side. Reed Stephen with an open lane, a pivot. One time takes the shot, broken up in the last moment by Paul. Reed Stephen ran out of juice. A great build-up. This one played in, Lentic there with a nice stop. And now a forearm sure by Leacock to the head of Paul. And let's see if our lead official saw it. Great play. An unselfish element by Hoyt. And for Reed Stephen, just did not have enough juice. After the play was over, I can understand that Paul, with a head slap, Leacock returned the favor. One good slap deserved another. Ruiz tell him you can't be doing that. That's what you did. And Leacock saying, well, I got some of that first, so I just gave it right back. Quickly jumping up, Hinkson. Reed Stephen bodied off of it. Ruiz might have touched that last. That is exactly the case. Bailey Edwards is going to enter this contest for Morris. No change for Aruba. Maria also checks in. Morris played well. Hasn't challenged a whole lot defensively, but did provide some offensive support. Lentic. Leacock simply steamed over himself. Chip with some backspin on it. That would have been trouble if Lentic came out all the way. Press forward into the attacking third, coming out immediately off the get-go. And Maria marked immediately after he was able to settle it.
Substitute, ladies and gentlemen, substitutions being made, leaving the field of play.
What a lead ball for Maria.
Number 9, Terrence Griffithson, and he is being replaced by number 22, Benjamin
Leacock
Maria,
with an open lane. Leacock shoots, tries to go to the short side and cannot put it home.
Substitution for Barbados.
He had the right idea, but his second touch did not provide the outcome he wanted.
Ricardo Morris, and he will be replaced by number 5, Tariq Bailey Edwards. Substitution taking place in the 81st minute.
Hand checking each other. Jimenez down again. Jimenez fortunate not to get a booking there. Lead ball for Maria. Hey, settled it down, but too many touches, and Bailey Edwards is able to recover in time. Once we've reached full time, we'll have stats and we'll have highlights. Numbers right now, I'll tell you, Barbados is on the verge of taking the lead. 15 shots to 6 for Aruba. All 3 of the shots on target for Aruba occurred in the first half. Barbados with 15 shots, 6 of them have been on net. Reed Stephen roaming around. Leacock as well. He wants to work quickly. Teammates not on the same page. Those two have really played a nice game together. Hoyt, Neblet. And again, lofted up for Reed Stephen. Trying to dance a little bit. He does. Crossing attempt, nobody around. Reed Stevens' day is over with. Devontae Richards will check in. Reed Stephen, I think, emptied the tank. He was fantastic in this contest. And his play won't show up all over the box score, but he was very good and a good complimentary piece to Leacock. Malcolm will have to quickly deliver this. So another change for Barbados as we get late into the stage. Out wide. James, the pivot, the shot blocked. Good job again by Paul defensively to be a wall in front of his keeper. Pretty decent challenge here. DiMaggio is playing on yellow. '88th minute. We'll keep an eye on our 4th official, see how much stoppage time players are awarded. Had 3 in the opening half, but a lot more inactivity here in the second. Maria to pivot. Bennett, bad ball. Taken away by Barbados. On the counter, Hoyt trying to squeeze 2 defenders. They do. Out to challenge Lentic with a game-saving stop. Hoyt gets bowled over, but he's going to be called for the foul. He's not happy with the decision, but it's right. DiMaggio had a clean look towards it. This ball is well placed in between 2 defenders, and James splitting the defense, but Lentic came out immediately to thwart that attempt. That's the game there. Exceptional goalkeeping can always help out a defense. Might not be playing their best game. 90th minute. A ton of defending for Aruba on the day. Both of these teams in line now to capture at least 1 point. For Barbados, it would be their first. They deserve 3. They'll take the 1. If Aruba cannot manufacture a goal and win this contest, they'll be unable to qualify for anything. Maria, great stop by Malcolm. Oh, a splendid stop on Maria, who's had 2 cracks at target here since entering in the second half. Another yellow card, and this one to Jimenez. Or I beg your pardon, it goes to Ercilia. 4 minutes of added time. Well, Maria with an immediate impact in this second half. And unfortunate for him, the second crack towards target. Malcolm came up large with the save. Fine takeaway by Neblet. Possession regained by Barbados. Jimenez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the yellow card has been shown.
Back to Malcolm. So each keeper has made a timely stop in the closing minutes of this contest to keep this game even at 1. James entering, moving, puts this ball into a good area, but nobody able to pick it up yet. Leacock has it now. Leacock, nice spin move. Leacock has man available, doesn't give it up yet. James pivoting left-hand side, just goes rolling calmly in by Applewhite. Lentic with probably one of the easier stops of the night. Malcolm will come out. Misplays that for a minute. Miscommunication with Brathwaite. Well, the intensity is picked up for the last 10 minutes. Play is going to be ruled offside. Pretty good movement again. Leacock split 2 more defenders, and our lead official points the spot. Oh my, for the second time tonight, this has happened. Check it out, and for good reason. Paul was clearly beat, and Ruiz stuck out the right foot, and he was dead to his rights. No argument from Ruiz. Lentic beside himself, but he knows his fate is sealed in this moment. Absolutely no argument from Ruiz. And for Barbados, this feels deserved. Leacock already converted on a penalty in the 7th minute against Lentic to make it 1-0 for Barbados. Trying to go 2 for 2 in this game and to give Barbados 3 points. Omani looking straight on against Lentic. On the approach and for the win. Leacock delivers and it goes wide of the net. Oh no! He missed the net by 5 feet. How in the world does that happen? Check it out again. He wound up like he did in his first look. Yeah, that ball's not even close. Unbelievable. Well, these two teams are where they're at in Group C because of reasons like that, and we have reached full time in Bridgetown. 3 points staring at Barbados. And Leacock comes up with a goose egg on his second crack. Tension's high. Jimenez pushing and shoving with members of Barbados. What a way to end it. Lentic not happy with it. But a golden opportunity wasted by Leacock on the second penalty of the night. And this match goes from Barbados winning it 2-1 in full time to playing to a 1-1 draw. So each team capturing 1 point on the night. For Barbados, not happy with the result, but it's their first points of this qualifier. For Aruba, not going to be able to qualify and move to the next round, but they're now up to 2 points. This is David Gascon saying so long on a Wednesday night from Bridgetown, Barbados. Aruba and Barbados play this one in full time, a 1-1 draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final score, Aruba 1, Barbados 1. And once again, we thank you for attending this FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifier. Travel safely. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to the Barbados Football Association's BFA Technical Centre for this afternoon FIFA 20. The play will be number 6, Rovian Ostiara, and he will be replaced by number 11, Javier Yemenez. Leaving the field of play will be number 4, Bradley Martin, and he... number 22, Benjamin Maria. The substitution made in the...
There's a press conference after the game.
I was much stronger. I'm needing my baby. I'm missing you now. Yeah. Been waiting now. You say you love me, baby, and we should be together, but you just